like a boss.
All right, ladies. So how do you make him forget his ex and love you forever? Right? I'm gonna show you a dark tactic to make a guy forget his ex, and this is one of the bonus videos in my course, The Psychological Game of Attraction. It's one of the bonus videos that you can get. It's a free video. There are other free videos that you guys could watch on the link below. Just go to the link below and you guys will be able to watch those free videos, right? And this video is about the principle that's required to make a guy forget his ex, especially if he's on the rebound. Especially if he's on the rebound. So in it, I'm gonna teach you a very specific tactic, and you could use this with a guy who is not that interested in you, but it's perfect for when there are other women in his life and you want to be the sole person in his life, right? So I'm gonna hook you guys up. If you guys are interested in buying this course, it's this course is essentially a course that will make a man beg to commit to you after you watch this course. It's a course that will literally make a man fall in love with you, and it teaches you those dark tactics. And the beauty about it is it's almost like a home study course where you're literally being coached by me. You know. So let's get started. All right, so how do you make a guy forget his ex? That fucking bitch. That bitch. She's always ruining things. Always ruining things. So how do you make a guy forget his ex, okay? This is something that sometimes you don't know that you have to watch this video. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that the guy you're talking to is over his ex because he tells you, but you notice that he hasn't deleted her from his Facebook. Or even if he does, you catch him watching her Instagram or whatever the hell. I know you do. I know you do your research, so you know exactly how you catch him, right? So how do you make a guy forget his ex? Because sometimes you don't know if you're the rebound. You know, you don't know if you're the rebound, unless he tells you when they ended things. And if you notice that, if he brings up his ex and he talks a lot about his ex during the first date, and if he notices you sort of look like her. You know, and if you notice that he hasn't deleted her, he talks very kindly about her, and stuff like that, and there's a good sign. I don't know if somebody's not over their ex. It's something that you just know. You know what I'm saying? You just know, right? So how do you make somebody forget their ex? First of all, I'm reading off of someone else I wrote, right? So trying to get a point rationally to someone is useless. Like trying to tell them to forget their ex is useless. Trying to tell them to love me more is useless. Trying to complain your way into their hearts is useless. Actually, counterproductive, right? You must drive it by first making them cut ties with the past, because it's those attachments that causes resistance to change. It's his attachment to his ex that causes him to not get as close to you as you want him to, right? And so that makes it difficult for him to actually be fully present around you, because he might be thinking about her, right? Especially if you look like her. Trust me, that's a problem. There's a lot of girls that when I see their exes, that when the exes look like me, I'm like, interesting. It's one of those girls, right? So remember, the ties are not rational; they are emotional. So if you notice, like the ex is, when the ex that he's not over might be a bitch, you know, and heck, she might not even be that pretty too, you know, but his attachment to her is not rational. His attachment to her is mostly emotional, because she made him emotional. How did she make him emotional? She inflicted pain, right? So you must appeal to their emotions, so that the only way that's fast and efficient. Right? No, you must appeal to their emotions, and the only way to do it is through using the pain and pleasure principle. This is the roller coaster of emotions that they crave, right? So the thing is that you cannot cause too much pain too early, right? You got to get them to be comfortable with you, right? So in the first couple weeks of getting to know the guy, or even the first couple months, be a friend. Be comfortable with them. Even if you're a lover, keep your distance. You keep your distance, right? I'm not saying that when you're around them to not express yourself, don't tell them that you like them, but it's okay to act like you like them. Give them a gift. I'm sure a lot of attachment. You know, like when you're in bed, cuddle with them, right? But don't show your attachment with your words. You see what I'm saying? You can do it with your reactions, right? But also show detachment. So show a lot of interest that says that you really like them. You really like them. But also on another side, show this interest. When he asks you to stay over, you say no, you don't want to, right? Or even if he says you can't stay over, you even say okay, with almost like happiness. right? If you, how can I say, you could talk to him about like seeing other people and whatnot, but also you show a lot of interest. You see what I'm saying? And so what that tends to do is that those things like those that sends almost like mixed signals that makes people think like, okay, the person likes me because they're telling me this. I mean, they're showing me this, right, with their actions, right? But then from time to time, they react in a way that they don't like me. So something that you could do is think about the things that people did to you that made you think about the things that guys did to you that made you think that they don't like you, and write it down. You see what I'm saying? For example, a girl did that to me, where she told me, where I thought she liked me, right? But then when I told her, you can't stay over, she was like, okay, cool. Almost like she was happy. I'm like, oh, what the fuck, right? And so that made me like, I knew she liked me, but then she did that. It makes me think, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And so those kind of things. So you gotta think of things that people did to you that made you doubt whether or not they liked you, or made you insecure or even jealous, and write it down. Trust me, you're gonna think about a lot of things, right? Just think about that, right? Or even think about the things that your ex did to you. Think about what they were doing prior to you breaking up with them that made you suspicious of them, or that made you think that they don't like you. Think about those things, or even the things that you did, and you'll learn how to create that pain and pleasure. But initially, though, if you're dealing with a guy who is not over their ex, initially you have to create comfort, right? So that means like creating comfort, also fulfilling fantasies to distract his mind, right? Find out his fantasies in order to distract his mind from his ex. Like you want to distract him so much that he's like, oh shit, I forgot I'm not over my ex. You see, kind of like that. It's kind of like when you go to a marijuana festival or even a drug festival, and you do a lot of drugs there, and you forget about the things in the past. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go back to life, you think about that experience. That experience is you. You see what I'm saying? So you find out his fantasies and you fulfill it. It's that simple. But also you include the hot and cold from time to time. You know what I'm saying? And how do you find out? You find out his fantasies during the period of comfort. Remember when I said when you create comfort, you find out his fantasies in that comfort. You see? And so in that comfort, you find those fantasies, and in that comfort, you find out the things that causes him pain. In that comfort, you find out the things that he enjoys, and then you give him that fantasy, right? And then you create pain, right? Once he's a little distracted from his ex, then you create pain in the ways that I explained to you, right? But from time to time, showing signs of disinterest and all that sort of stuff. Let me see. So find those connections to the past. Okay. So before you make any move, weaken them, right? So make them weak by creating internal division. Make them doubt themselves. Divide the ranks. Divide their values by making them choose between their emotional appeal and their rational values that they set for themselves, right? So when I say weaken them, I mean to make them emotional, right? To make them emotional. When you make them emotional, when you fulfill their fantasies, or even inflict pain, right? When you weaken them emotionally, then that's when you actually that's when they crave your attention, right? So when you give them a fantasy, and then you create pain, right, by backing off, and then that's when they're so weak that they'll come to you because they need you. Because they remember they had that taste of being around you. They remember how nice you were and all that sort of stuff. And now you backed away, right? Which I have already explained how to back away in many videos ago, right? Right. And when I say the internal division, I'm talking about whether or not you like them, right? Do they like me or not? Do they like me or not? Do they like me or not? Right? The division comes in subtle doubts, right? And that's how you make them forget their ex, because they're distracting. Their focus is on you. Their focus is in trying to figure you out, right? Because they remember their ex when they were with you, but you were distracting them with pleasure, right? You were distracting them with good attention. You were distracting him by boosting his ego, right? And then before he got comfortable, you backed off, and now that was something completely out of surprise, and that makes them focus their attention on you. You could be walking with your friend, with your best friend. If you see a car crash, something unexpected, you will focus on that. That unexpected thing makes them forget about their pain, and notice the current stimuli, which is you. You're backing away. You're creating. You're showing this interest. You're sending mixed signal, and so the brain will naturally try to figure you out. The brain doesn't like uncertainty. That's one of the laws of human nature. Humans don't like uncertainty. They like certainty. Their brains will naturally try to figure everything out. It's always trying to make connections, and when there's a connection that doesn't make sense, it focuses, it narrows its vision on that problem, and you become that problem. And narrowing their vision on you causes them to emotionally invest in you, to think of you more, to say, why don't they like me? What's going on? Little by little, they're forgetting about their ex. You see? That's how the process goes. How to make somebody forget their ex. Anyways, that's it, right? This is Alex from Mindful Attraction. Okay, no, this is not Alex from Mindful Attraction. This is Alex from the course, inside the course, right? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next bonus video. Bye-bye. All right, good people. All right, you guys liked it, right? So if you guys want to purchase this course, just go to the link below, and you guys will be able to get a $25 off. A $25 no. So if you guys like this course, just go to the link below, and you guys will be able to purchase this course today. All right. And trust me, you guys are gonna love it. And there's also more free videos for you guys to watch. Just go to the link below, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye bye.